Hey everybody, welcome back to Idiot Proof Cooking. So today I'm making a chicken burger, and I'm going to make it similar to the one that you would get from a fast food joint, kind of like the McDonald's McChicken or Burger King's original chicken sandwich. Nice and easy to make. So without any further ado, let's get into making this. Okay, so to make a fast food style chicken burger, we're going to have to use minced chicken. Now that's not something typically you can buy, so we're going to have to mince our own with our food processor. So what I'm going to do is get myself one large chicken breast, throw it into the food processor along with 2 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. From there I'm going to firmly affix my lid on my food processor and blend this all together until you get a properly minced chicken, which kind of looks gross at this point in time. From there, I'm going to pour in a half cup of cornflake breadcrumbs to bind the chicken together because it really won't bind well by itself. So pour the breadcrumbs in, mix it all together for like a minute until it's thoroughly combined, and then there you go. You have some minced chicken to make your chicken burgers with. Not super appealing looking at this point in time, but you know what? They're going to turn out pretty tasty in the end, so be it. But really what we're going to do now is make our patties out of them. So get yourself some parchment paper and then use some of your minced chicken to make your patties. Now I'm forming mine into square patties. Why, do you ask? I just felt like making square patties. You can make them into circular shapes. Hell, you can even make them into star shapes if, you know, that floats your boat. Really doesn't matter to me. But anyways, I'm making 2 square shaped patties out of all of this minced chicken. In hindsight, I probably could have made 3 because the second one was fairly large compared to the first one. But once you have your patties made, what you're going to want to do is throw them in the freezer for anywhere from half an hour to an hour to let them firm up, because we're going to deep fry them and they're pretty loose at this point in time. Now while the chicken is hardening up, let's talk about our breading station. It's a 3-stage breading station. I've got some all-purpose flour, some eggs, and some cornflake breadcrumbs. Now into the flour, I'm going to add a few pinches of kosher salt, a few twists of freshly ground black pepper. Then I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of garlic powder. Next in is a tablespoon of onion powder. Then I'm going to add in about a tablespoon again of smoked paprika, and then I'm just going to mix this all together until it's combined. From there, we're going to crack our eggs into our bowl, and then we're going to give them a good scrambling with a fork until they're thoroughly combined, and then it's time to go get our chicken patties out of the freezer to bread them. So there we go, there's the first patty. It's nice and solid after an hour in the freezer. So we're first going to dunk it into the all-purpose flour. Make sure that it's good and covered in the flour. Once it is, we're going to dunk it into the eggs, and again, make sure it's nice and covered in the eggs because we want the breadcrumbs to stick to it. And speaking of breadcrumbs, once the patty is completely soaked with egg, dunk it into the breadcrumbs, spread it around, make sure that it again is good and covered. This is your breading after all, and then set it aside and repeat the process with your second patty. Look at that second one, it's way bigger. But anyways, once you're done breading them, they should look like that. Now let's head into the kitchen and start frying these. So what we've got here is a large cast iron pan with about 1.5 inches depth of vegetable oil that I've heated up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we're just going to slowly and carefully lower our chicken burgers into the frying oil so that they don't spill like that. Perfect example of why you drop things away from you when you drop it in the frying oil. But anyways, there's the bun I'm going to be using. Now the recipe for which is on my previous video, the meatball sub one, so I'll throw a link into the description if you want to check that out on how to make a sub roll. But anyways, for the chicken burgers, what we're going to do is fry them for about 3 minutes per side. So after 3 minutes, flip them, fry them for another 3 minutes, and then they should be done. So what I've got here is a cutting board with a decent amount of paper towel on it. Just take your chicken burgers out, throw it on top of the paper towel so that it sucks up any excess frying oil, and then there you go, you've got yourself 2 fried chicken burgers. So let's go into the other room. Look at those things. Let's go into the other room and start assembling. There we go, another shot of the chicken burgers. Like I said, the one is a little bit bigger, oh well. So let's grab our bun here, and I gave it a little bit of toasting, as you can see. Now let's lay that down, and then lay a chicken burger down on the bottom half of the bun, and then we're going to add some mayo to the top half of the bun. Now I'm going to use Japanese mayo. I've been lacking in the Japanese mayo department for a while because I haven't been able to make it to an Asian grocery store in a while. But for this video, I stocked up, so I'm going to be using Japanese mayo again for a while. Anyways, after you throw the mayo on, it's time to add some just chopped up iceberg lettuce on top of the chicken burger, and then it's time to crown it with the top bun with the mayo, and look at that. That that's a big chicken burger. Look at that. It looks and smells amazing. So let's go in for a taste test. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, and let's just give you a cross section, and it looks like a fast food chicken burger. Really, like that. It looks pretty good, and let's try it, see how it tastes. And yeah, it tastes like the McDonald's McChicken. It tastes like a fast food burger. Now, was it practical? And absolutely not. You know, you can just buy these frozen and deep fry them yourselves, but you know what, it was still fun and it was really tasty, so it was worth it to try it out. But anyways, that is the end of the episode. I hope you like what you saw here today. If you did, why don't you drop me a comment, like the video, or even subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching Idiot Proof Cooking. We'll see you again soon.